everybody, Julie here from The Sales Manager, and welcome to this week's Sales Tip of the Week. I am delighted that I have Jonathan Pittam from Mind Body Consulting with me today. Jonathan is a mental health trainer, and he is going to share a couple of tips with us about getting the right mindset for coming back to work or coming back to your business following lockdown. So Jonathan, welcome. So what are your tips? What would you advise people to be doing around about now?
I guess we're in one of those situations where we don't have any control as individuals over what's going on, and there's a lot of things that are going to be quite unexpected coming up. And I think the people who are going to struggle with it are the ones who insist on being able to control everything. So I think the first bit of advice I would give as we're going into this transition back to the way things or how things are going to be is perhaps taking a bit of a lesson from the Stoics and just being more allowing. Control the controllables, because there's certain things in our lives we can control, but there's an awful lot we can't control. And I think those of us who focus on things we can't control are going to be the ones who struggle more. So it's just being a bit more allowing, really, for the first instance.
I think that's a really, really good tip, particularly for salespeople, because by nature of salespeople, we are a bit of control freaks, because we like to control processes. So that's sort of one tip. Is there anything else that you can suggest we think about or we do?
Yeah, I think if you've ever jumped out of an aeroplane, you've done a skydive, you notice that at first you have that free fall period where it's absolutely manic, you don't know where you are, and then that lasts for about 40 seconds. Then after that period's over, you suddenly see loads of things that you're familiar with, the houses, the fields, the cows in the fields, all that sort of stuff, and you start to feel a bit normal. And I think if we think about this situation like that, the initial stage is going to be a bit like free fall, but then it's about looking for things that you can latch onto that are familiar to you and paying attention to those, because they're things that we have more familiarity with and control over. And if you think about your life, that wheel of life we talk about, that our lives are bigger than just our jobs. So in terms of the transition period, there might be a lot of things to do with our work that we can't control, but what about those other areas of our lives, our relationships, our health, our finances, whatever it is, look for familiarity in all of those areas, because the more familiarity we can find, the better we're going to feel.
Brilliant. Thank you. Some great tips there. Thank you, Jonathan. If you'd like to know a little bit more or would like to go a little bit more in depth into this topic, Jonathan is our guest speaker at our sales club this afternoon. It runs from 2 till 3 o'clock, and the link for it is accompanying this video. So look forward to seeing you there. Jonathan, thank you very much, and we'll see you in the sales club a little bit later.